Welcome to the Narrowboat that James built. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. Well, I've got to say, having the drawers here is really nice. It's a little bit like having the shelves put up here. It's in my peripheral vision. It's something I can see. So yeah, it's great. But it's reminded me now, and this is a casing point. Oh, I think that's Matilda's spoon. That I need a cutlery insert into that drawer because I put all the stuff in and it just sort of slides around. The drawer's massive. They're really generously sized, so which is a great thing. But when you chuck in then, you know, like eight spoons and a few odd knives and things like that, it just looks ridiculous. And I can't find anything. It's a mess in there, much like kind of the rest of the boat. Where's my brown sugar? So yeah, I need to make some kind of cutlery insert, and there's a few other things in the galley I want to kind of sort out. I want to do the sink there, that needs to be done, and I want to come up with an idea for this. That's just still as ply at the moment and it looks god awful, so I need to come up with something for that. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to sort out all this cutlery and bits and pieces, and because Carol keeps furnishing my galley, I need to kind of keep building stuff for it all to go into. I'm not complaining because I need the stuff anyway and I need this stuff being built, but it's great. Now I get all the knives, for example, I've got to make somewhere to put the knives. Right, let's crack on. Well, here's my cutlery drawer. It's basically 20 centimeters deep, so it's pretty big. And this is my kind of everyday cutlery. So it's kind of a variety of stuff in here. So there's some kid stuff. Where's the kid stuff? So there's like those kind of things. And then obviously adult cutlery. And then there's all of Carol's blue knives. And then this kind of stuff. So what I'm thinking is having 2 layers. Although that might be a pain because I will never get the stuff out the bottom layer. But maybe like, because even though the surface area in there is still quite big, so I could divvy that up into cutlery there and utensil bits there, kind of some utensils, and then underneath everything I can have a variety of other utensils that I might not use that often, like the cheese knife, for example. So my thinking is to put in a batten kind of halfway up like that, and then I can have another piece kind of going that way which will occupy maybe 2/3 of it, which can therefore slide back and forward. So that'll be the main bit, but at any time you're able to kind of access some of that stuff there and some of that stuff there. I reckon that'll be a good solution. I don't want to have to get everything out. I don't want to have to get this out every time I want to access something in the bottom there. That's going to drive me insane. So I reckon this is a bit of a halfway house. Well, this is what I've made. So it's 70mm deep, and it occupies the full width of the drawer. And if I put a test piece of cutlery in, this is one that I borrowed from an Indian restaurant. Don't worry, I don't have a weird tasting cutlery. So if I put that up there as a size, I'm doing all right. So I'm thinking about putting some dividers in, and then maybe a long one at the top or down there or something like that. And the other thing is obviously having it raised in the actual drawer means that the kids will find it easier to get their arm in and pick out a teaspoon or a fork or something. So Yeah, that's good. And once again, I know I've said it before, but when you work with ply, and if you sand it quite well, it comes up quite nicely. I'm going to put a bit of Danish oil on that and just bring out the lines a bit more. But that's 18mm and a 9mm base. I just like things sturdy and solid in kitchens. So there we go, happy days. Now I want some piece in the middle, so that, but with that kind of handle on it, so not only is it a divide for some of the cutlery containers, but also if it's got a handle, it means I can use that to slide the tray back and forth within the runner. So I'm just going to create a kind of a pattern on a sheet of paper, transpose it to that, and then cut it out on a jigsaw. And I'm hoping it'll have a bit of a, it'll kind of be flat there, raise up, come down, and have a hole in the middle. I couldn't be bothered to get a piece of paper, so I've just drawn it out freehand. But that's the kind of thing I want. So I'll cut that out and see how we get on. Right, the cutlery drawer's taking a bit of shape. So I'll put in the handle. Now I just want to put in a divider there for knives and forks and both types of spoons. So I've just made up these two T's using 9mm ply, little screw at the end, and they fit in there. That one goes in that side. That's upside down. That one goes in that side. And then they'll just be screwed in there. And there's my tray. Right, so my tray's all finished. I've sanded down all these edges nicely, just because kids' hands will be going in there and just want it all nice and soft and smooth. But again, like other things in the galley, I like things being rigid and pretty sturdy. So I didn't want like one of those plastic inserts or anything like that, so I'm pretty happy with this. And kind of everything on a boat needs to be bespoke to maximise the space and the usability of everything. So the idea is this is going to fit in the drawer like that, and it'll sit at that height there, and it'll be able to slide back and forth. So I'll be able to put my utensils in the bottom, so I'll be able to kind of just move that slightly, get what I need, and if I really need to rummage around, I can easily take it out and have a proper look. Well, that'll work a treat. So I need to put in the runners now, work out the height of this. So I need a minimum clearance of 11 centimetres. Right. So the idea is now, that sits inside there. Yeah, perfect. And then that will slide back and forth as required and leaves kind of like a 20 centimetre gap to get your hand in. Oh yes, cheese knife. Oh no, oh no, oh what a rookie mistake. Right, those knives don't work. Kids cutlery can go up there. Well, I'm all right for dessert spoons. That knife fits in. And then a whole load of, I can't put them in my cutlery drawer. That's a bit sad. I'll put them in my gluing drawer. Right. Is that all I've got? I've got no oh, all my teaspoons are being washed up. Right, okay. Well, that's a bit sad. Sweet. Right, once again, I need to think about these doors, because now I've made the drawers, I really want to have the fronts of those drawers cladded so they start to look quite finished. As I said, if I don't do it now, I'm never going to do it. And whilst this stuff is in my mind, I think I should use it. And I think if it was to run vertically, that would be fine. I've got to say, I quite like the holes in the drawer at the moment. Just it's simple. It just works. Handles and anything else and knobs or whatever, it's just, well, it's something I've got to go out and buy, but I quite like just putting a hole in it. But I don't know if I'd want to, I'll have to see what this stuff looks like once it's on, to see if a hole is the way to go, or whether I can fashion something out of some of the stuff on here. Because if you look, like, there, look, that handle there, I can maybe do something with that. I mean, it's a bit big, it sticks out quite far. I wonder if I could take that off and bend that and make a kind of handle out of that. I quite like the idea of a whole mix match of stuff in the galley, if I'm honest. I mean, it's a narrowboat, they're quirky, they're peculiar. And even though this is kind of recently put together, I still quite like the peculiarity of narrowboats. And look, these, whoa, shit, a brick. These little latches here, that might be quite good in the, for the hatches. I'm gonna have a rifle through all of this lot and see what I can salvage, I reckon. There's definitely some drawer fronts in here. I'm wondering if there's a wardrobe door in here as well, bathroom door. I think I'll probably make myself a chopping board out of that stuff. Right, well, I'm going to crack on, rifle through all of this. Until next time, hope you guys are well. Bye bye.